convenes this meeting for the upcoming Mental Health Awareness Campaign Committee. First and foremost, I would like to thank you all for attending. As the chairpersons, I welcome you all for this meeting where we will be laying out the groundwork for the upcoming campaigns. So, in this meeting, we will cover the key agendas such as the campaign program, budget planning, time allocations, and more. So I wish we work together efficiently and purposely to make this campaign more impactful. That's it.
Thank you, Chairperson. Before we proceed, I would like to record the apologies of absence. One of the members is Andre. He's informed us earlier that he will not be able to attend today due to family emergency. His absence is duly noted. With 4 out of 5 members present, we have a quorum and may proceed with today's meeting.
So let's move on to a brief introductions. I am Asif, serving as the chairperson, responsible for overseeing the plannings and the leading discussions.
And Najmi, your secretary, I will be taking down meeting of minutes. Organizing the timeline and ensuring communication among members is smooth and efficient.
Good day, everyone. I am Saifullah, serving as the treasurer for this campaign. My primary responsibility will be to manage the campaign's financial resources, preparing the budget, handling expenditures, and making sure every ringgit is spent wisely. I'll also be in touch with vendors and service providers for logistical expenses.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashad and I'm one of the members of this committee. I will be hands-on with the execution side, particularly engaging with schools, coordinating speakers for our events, and leading the volunteer team. I'm passionate about mental health and advocacy, so I'm really looking forward to helping spread awareness meaningfully.
As mentioned earlier, member named Andre has sent his apologies and will catch up via the meeting minutes.
Let me now present our campaign visions and goals. So this campaign aims to raise the awareness about mental health, break the stigma surrounding mental illness, and promotes accessible support systems in our community. So we have 4 goals. The first one is organizing awareness workshops, launching a social media campaign, partnering with local mental health professionals, and the last one is distributing educational materials. I like to propose we adopt these visions as the foundations of our campaigns. Do you have a second?
I second the motion.
Thank you, Ashad, for the motions. Now, let's open the floor to discuss the scope and possible activities of the campaign. Arshad, would you like to start?
Sure. I believe we should prioritize school engagement, especially among teens who are often overlooked in mental health discussions. I think we can organize interactive talks or workshops where professionals share their coping strategies and personal experiences. Other than that, I suggest launching a Your Story Matters social media segment where people can anonymously share their struggles, of course with their permissions. I think it will help normalize the conversation around mental health.
Great idea. I would like to propose that with a suggestion to include a rental head screening booth during the campaign main event.
I would like to interrupt briefly just to clarify. Will the screening involve professional diagnosis or general awareness checks?
Okay, good questions. It will be more of initial awareness check using standard questionnaires with clear guidance on where to seek people help afterward. We don't want to diagnose, just to inform and encourage action.
Noted. So, any objections to including both and the screening firms? Then we'll move forward with those as the key activities. Let's adopt this framework. Alright, thank you everyone. Let's move on to the next item on our agenda, budget planning and resource allocation. Saifullah, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Hasif. I have been going through our project campaign activities and came up with a draft budget that I believe balance both practicality and impact. Here's a brief breakdown. So, first of all, printing materials like 500 ringgit. This covers banners, posters, and informational brochures for schools and event venues. So, second, venue rental like 800 ringgit. This assumes a medium size hall for one full day with basic AV equipment. So the third thing is social media ads like 400 ringgit, mainly for target promotions on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook to reach your audience. So the fourth thing is honorariums for speakers like 1000 ringgit to fairly compensate professionals and mental health advocates who will participate. So the lastly is miscellaneous like 300 ringgit. This is a buffer for unplanned expense like refreshments, transport or small emergency. That brings our total estimate to 3000 ringgit. Now, based on current social media trends, I would like to propose an increase in the social media advertising budget from 400 ringgit to 600 ringgit. In recent campaigns, paid promotions have proven to be one of the most effective ways to attract your engagement, especially on TikTok and Instagram Reels. Even 200 ringgit increase could potentially double our reach and visibility. I suggest reallocating 200 ringgit from the miscellaneous category to maintain the overall total.
Thank you, Saifullah. That's a clear breakdown. Before we move to approval, does anyone have questions or input?
I do. Saifullah, about the printing cost, RM500 seem reasonable, but are we planning to do standard flyer only, or are you considering higher quality material like grocery poster or pull-up bunting for the main event? Because that could affect costs.
Excellent question, Najmi. I actually look into both opinion. If we go for standard made printing, we will stay well under 500 ringgit. But if we include 2 or 3 pull-up buntings and better quality brochures for schools, it might reach closer to 550 ringgit. I rounded it to 500 ringgit, assuming we might get a small printing discount for bulk order. Also, I'm planning to reach out to local print shop. Sometimes they are willing to sponsor or give discount for community campaigns if we include their logo on our materials. That could save us so much money while still getting quality prints.
That is a smart approach, Saifullah. So about the venue, 800 ringgit for a hall rental Is that based on a specific location? Because I might be able to check with a few schools and universities to see if they are open to lending us space for free or at a discounted rate, especially since this is a mental health awareness campaign.
I appreciate that, Arshad. The 800 ringgit figure is based on a community center rate, just in case we can't secure a free venue. But if your outreach to schools work out, that could save us a big portion of the budget. We could then redirect those funds toward improving our speakers lineup or boosting online campaigns.
Good collaboration, everyone. I like how we are already thinking ahead about saving and reallocation funds. Saifullah, could you clarify what kind of return we expect from the additional 200 ringgit for social media ads?
Sure, Asif. Based on data from past student-led campaigns, I have reviewed a 400 ringgit ad spend typically generates around 4,000 to 5,000 impression meanings. That how many people see our post. By increasing it to 600 ringgit and optimizing our targeting, we could easily hit 8,000 to 10,000 impressions, especially if we focus on the right audience segments like students aged 15 to 25 years old. That means more people discovering our campaign, following our update, and hopefully attending our event or engaging with our online awareness content. The return on investment for social media visibility is huge compared to traditional poster, especially when the goal is to spread awareness, not just attendance.
That makes sense. And since we will be handling the social media calendar, I can coordinate with you on ad scheduling and content planning. Maybe we can run this campaign one before the launch and another during the event week.
Exactly. That way, we create a consistent online presence instead of one-time posts. I will include that in the revised financial plan.
One more thing, Saifullah. For the speakers' honorariums, 1,000 ringgit is fair for 2 or 3 guest speakers. But have you considered the possibility of covering their transport or accommodation if they are from out of town?
Good point. For now, I have included only the speaking fees, assuming we will invite local expert or NGO representative who won't require travel allowance, but I will set aside a small 100 to 150 ringgit buffer within the honorarium category for unforeseen speakers related costs that should keep us prepared without disrupting the total budget.
That's a solid contingency plan. Najmi, any administrative concerns about the budget tracking?
Just once. We have a shared document where all financial updates are logged. It will help keep everyone on the same page, and I can also use it for the minute and reports.
Absolutely. I will create a share spreadsheet that outlines every expense, vendor quote, and sponsorship received. Transparency is important, and I want the entire commit to feel confident about where every ringgit goes.
Excellent initiative. Now, before we finalize, let's make sure we have a clear path for sponsorship. Saifullah, what's your plan for that?
We'll be drafting a sponsorship proposal outlining our campaign's goals, target reach, and potential benefits for sponsors. The proposal will highlight our commitment to promoting mental health awareness among youth, something most local businesses are happy to support for CSR purpose. I will start by approaching small to medium enterprise, local cafes, stationery shops and community clinics, I also plan to prepare 2 tiers of sponsorship. First is silver sponsors. The budget is 200 to 500 ringgit for mention in poster and on our social media. And the second is gold sponsor, like 500 ringgit and above for logo display on event banners, brochures and campaign video. If we can secure even 2 or 3 sponsors, we can strengthen our event quality and maybe even provide free wellness kits for participants.
I think that is a fantastic idea. If you would like, I can help deliver the proposal personally. Sometimes face-to-face meeting with local business owners make a stronger impression.
I appreciate that, Arshad. Once I finalize the document, we can coordinate outreach together.
Perfect teamwork. To summarize, we will reallocate 200 ringgit from miscellaneous to social media, explore free or discounted venues through Arshad's contact, and proceed with sponsorship outreach. All in favor of approving the adjusted budget?
Agreed.
Excellent. With the budget settled, let's move on to our next agenda, the campaign timeline and task distribution. Najmi, over to you.
My pleasure. I finalized the update budget sheet and share it with everyone within the next 2 days. Let's make sure our financial planning stays as strong as our message for mental health awareness.
Motion passed. Social media budget increased to 600 ringgit. Saifullah, thank you for your detailed presentation and proactive planning.
Based on our campaign schedule, here a proposed timeline. We want content creation and social media plan. Week 2, school and speaker coordination. Week 3, printing, logistics and promotion. Week 4, campaign launch. Now, for task distribution, we have Arshad, school tak coordination and volunteer outreach. Saifullah, budget finalization and resource production. Hasib, stakeholder communication and media. And I will handle internal documentation and scheduling. If anyone have complete with their assigned task, please speak now. Based on our campaign schedule, here a proposed timeline. We want content creation and social media plan. Week 2, school and speaker coordination. Week 3, printing, logistics and promotion. Week 4, campaign launch. Now, for task distribution, we have Arshad, school tak coordination and volunteer outreach. Saifullah, budget finalization and resource production. Hasib, stakeholder communication and media. And I will handle internal documentation and scheduling. If anyone have complete with their assigned task, please speak now. Based on our campaign schedule, here a proposed timeline. So we want content creation and social media plan. Week 2, school and speaker coordination. Week 3, printing, logistics and promotion. Week 4, campaign launch. From now, task distribution, we have Arshad, school tak coordination and volunteer outreach. Secondly, we have safe work, budget finalization, and resource production. Number 3, we have HASIF, stakeholder communication and media. And I will handle all internal documentation and scheduling. If anyone has a conflict with their assigned task, please speak now.
So kita di beberapa strategi kita.
Saya
For all clear on my side, I will begin drafting a school engagement proposal and contact a few youth mental health NGOs to collaborate, especially for workshops.
Yes.
3.
Budget. Same here. I will begin cross-checking current rates for venue and printing costs. If needed, I might draft a basic sponsorship letter for local businesses to contribute in kind or financially.
So let's move on to any other business. Anyone has any matters to raise? Kau laju sangat?
Laju sangat lah.
Okay. So let's move on to any other business. Anyone has a new matters to raise?
Just a quick one. I've been thinking it might be impactful to produce a short wellness video.
Tak ada aku babi je.
Dah.
Oh.
Padawan tu. Just a quick one. I've been thinking it might be impactful to produce a short wellness video featuring testimonials and key mental health tips. I think we can debut it during the campaign's opening and post it online for outreach.
Good suggestion. I think I can help with your scripting if need. I really like that. I think I can help with scripting and video
Direction.
Slow lagi ni.
Yang
I think I really like that. I can help with scripting and video direction. If we start early, we can also do subtitle for better accessibility.
dah. Aku pula.
Yeah. We might need to factor in a small budget for video editing or equipment rental. I can look into that and report back next meeting. See.
Meter. Yeah.
Mesti macam
Tiga.
Great initiative. Let's table this aside. Sekejap, semua boleh? Silap.
tak duduk masa
Great initiative. Let's table this idea for a ballot in our next meeting with Andrea is present. Everyone okay with that? Andrew. Great initiative. Let's table this idea for a ballot in our next meeting with Andres is present. Everyone okay with that? Hey, does it look like me?
Ibu kata nak datang ke orang.
Baik dulu.
Great.
Agree.
Agree.
So then, thank you everyone for a productive meeting. We've set a strong foundations and your input was highly valuable. Let's stay committed and on schedule. Najmi, please circulate the meeting minutes. If there is nothing further, I will now adjourn this meeting at 11:30.